Hey Cupcakes, welcome to Just Cakes. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome, and you know what to do in order to be a part of this family and to be called a cupcake. Just hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and it's as simple as that. You're a part of the family. To all the people who are subscribed, welcome back, babies. Welcome back, Cupcakes. It's been a minute. Yeah, I just had to take a break last week, guys. Like, last week was just a bit much in terms of just like well-being and feeling tired, and you know, work wasn't even that much, but I was just not in a good headspace. So I just figured, you know, self-care, take the week off. You deserve it. You've been pretty consistent. And yeah, so also let me know what you guys want, like when I decide to like not, you know, film. Let me know if you guys want me to like, you know, post something on Instagram or tweet something, or are you guys fine with the girl just disappearing? Like, don't y'all need me? But anyways, I'm back and it's Just Chats Fridays. It is Just Chats Fridays, the episode where we chat about anything and everything. So guys, this week, well actually since the last time I, you know, filmed and uploaded a Just Chats Friday, a lot has happened. A lot has happened in Hollywood. A lot has happened while Love Lives Here, and I'm stressed. I'm stressed because it's the Love Lives Here that I enjoy. You know, it's like Will and Jada. It's like Kim and Kanye. Like last week it was Will and Jada. This week is Kim. And I know like everybody was like, Will and Jada are like the epitome of love. And like when people think about like real true love and stuff, they think Will and Jada. And it wasn't the case for me. So like I had an opinion about what happened, but I was just like, I don't really care about Will and Jada that much. Like, what's the big deal? Kim and Kanye? No, guys. Like, I didn't even want to read too much about it. I literally like just saw his tweets, read, like listened to one article, saw Kim's statement, and I was just like, this is too much for my heart. This is too much for my heart. Anyone who knows me knows that literally like I am a part of the Kardashian family. You know, I am one with them. Like, that's my sister, yo. That's my sister. I'm like, I just feel like I don't know what's going on, and it's like really stressing me, you know, because like I don't know what's going on. So yeah, by the way, I have a house in Calabasas, in case you didn't know. I do. 421 Calabash Street, Calabasas. So yeah, guys, like it's just made me realize how like intense and hectic. By the way, today's tea of the day is peppermint tea. Yeah, and by the way, I'm wearing the smile you gave to me. That might be our thumbnail moment. So guys, it's just made me realize that like it's not cute. Like, relationships are not cute, marriage is not cute. There's no age in your life where you've got it all together. Like, I just feel like a lot of people have responded to this whole Will and Jada thing. Well, Jada&August specifically, that part. People are like, yeah, Jada should have known better. She's older. She's grown. She can't be like doing things like that. And it's just like, guys, there's no age. Like, let me newsflash. There is no age where you get it together. You don't get it together until you die. A lot of people don't reach reverse. A lot of people don't reach self-actualization, and even if you do, it's not to say that you're not going to still make mistakes or that you figured it out. It's maybe that you understand yourself the most, you understand the value of life, or you understand your role in society and what you're here for, etc. You may understand the purpose of life when you self-actualize, but I don't think that you actually just act right and you know what to do, and you know, child, I don't think you ever get there. So, this tea is so good. So my whole like issue with all of this stuff is just that what it's like teaching me is just like, guys, marriage is rough. And I know like sometimes we look at certain couples, guys, if I look a bit sick or puffy or whatever, I am slightly sick, but it's not the Rona. Not Rona. I just have like a sore throat. and it's tonsillitis. Like, I checked in my mouth and I can see like the white stuff on the tonsils. I know, TMI, 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 but you guys are my best friends, so whatever. Guys, I've been watching too much Naka and Dom. By the way, new YouTube plug, Naka and Dom. They're a couple YouTube. I'll like just tag a video up here of Naka and Dom just so you guys can understand my behavior, and you guys are gonna see a lot of this behavior in the next couple of videos of me just like, I don't know, sounding very like American-ish and sounding really sweet. I'm doing a lot of that, and it's just because I'm watching too much Naka and Dom. So yeah, just whew, guys, I divulge, I diverse, I get distracted. Say whore. Anyway, so it's just been teaching me that, like, guys, nothing is cute. Kwa love lives here. Nothing is cute about marriage. Like, there are many things, there are many couples that we look up to. Kim and Kanye, Jada and Will. And it's not even to say that the Hollywood couples necessarily. There's also a lot of couples in like our real lives. You know, like, you may look up to your parents' marriage and you never thought that anything has ever happened in your parents' marriage. Or you may look up to like your grandparents, or there's so many stories of like people looking up to certain people's marriages and thinking that nothing has ever gone wrong in those marriages. And the thing is that, like, we don't know. You never know, and marriage is such like a forgiving like space. Like, I've heard that like you can't honestly like go through with it and have a successful marriage if you're not going to be able to forgive. Because remember, like, you're still two people, you're still two individuals living your own lives, writing your story, and you're gonna make mistakes. And unfortunately, because you're two people who now create like a whole household, your mistakes affect, like, they have a domino effect. They affect your families, they affect your family together, your kids, etc. And if you can't be forgiving, like, because you can't just decide that every time something goes wrong, when our divorce, you know, or you're leaving the house, it don't work like that. Ketile, you know, you kind of have to stay. And that's what I'm seeing with, like, as much as Will and Jada, they were going to separate and whatever, which is why I feel like, side note, Jada didn't cheat. Jada didn't cheat. Jada didn't do Will wrong. It was an entanglement, because, guys, Google the word entanglement. She did not deny that she was in a relationship, because an entanglement is a relationship, but it is rather a very complicated relationship. And I think social media feels like she was not trying to admit to her wrongdoing, and I don't think so. Actually, admitting that you're in an entanglement, it means that you're in a compromising, tangled, you know, a relationship that is not good and doesn't make sense. That is literally what the word entanglement implies and means. But it's not to say that she was not in a relationship. And I just feel that Will was very wrong to be like, an entanglement. I'm thinking of the song.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement.
He was very wrong to be like an entanglement, and that made it seem like she was not owning up to it. But I feel like Will should have Googled entanglement himself, man, because now, had he not said an entanglement, we would have not like made it a big deal, you know. But he made it seem like, dude, it was a relationship. What are you saying, entanglement? But Will, it'll go for dictionary. Oxford Dictionary, here you go, Will. I love Will. But anyways, like, she admitted to it, and the only thing she may have done wrong is just getting into an inappropriate relationship with someone who was her son's friend. That's the only wrong part. Yeah, but we also don't know the details, because I mean, how young is young? For how long is your son's friend? Okay, I'm not gonna say for how long is your son's friend going to be unavailable. They're always gonna be unavailable, but like, people like to make it seem like, no, she was prying on like this young guy. Yeah, he was sick, but how long was he sick for? When did this whole thing happen? This is 4 years ago. We just have like 12 minutes of information, so we don't know the whole story. So I feel like y'all and your bad opinions about Jada, and that she played Will, and how could she do this to Will. Will is not Jesus. Well, even bad things happen to Jesus, okay? People have turned their backs on Jesus, so let's not put Will on a pedestal. But either way, we all felt like this was the relationship that we looked up to. And same goes for like Kim. But the fact that Will was able to forgive her and they moved on, for me is like, there's that forgiveness. Even with Kim and Kanye, like Kanye has gone on rants like 55,000 times, guys. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Kanye. I stand Kanye hard. I'm a big Kanye and AKA fan. They're both kind of like disappointing me at the moment, but I like that they're just truly themselves. They may say a lot of like bad and offside things, but they don't take it back. Like they're just unapologetically, they don't like put out statements saying we apologize for saying A, B, C, D. Okay, maybe sometimes they do, but they just are okay with being offside. And I feel like for Kim, being married to someone like Kanye, she has to be able to accept that he's an offside person. And also like the mental health issues and stuff. Guys, I don't know. I am a Kardashian, but I'm not a Kardashian. I don't know what's going on in that house, okay? I don't know what's truly going on, but I can only imagine what it's like to live with someone who is bipolar. Do you get me? I can only imagine how that's affected like their family, the things that happen, his rants. Just even if, let's take bipolar aside and just speak about Kanye and his rants. Imagine how much Kim has to take, how much criticism, outside of the fact that she's already a celebrity with her own controversies and stuff in her own personal life and in her family. Now imagine you get married to someone who didn't seem like that, in the beginning. And I think this whole Kanye thing goes way back, because I saw a tweet that was like, yeah, did Kanye have any mental illness before he married Kim? And look, not necessarily, well, we didn't see it, but think about it. Him and Jay-Z fell through literally like shortly before him and Kim got together. And I don't think that's got anything to do with the Kardashians. I think it's got to do with the fact that Kanye started like, to already display those kinds of behaviors, like erratic behavior, etc. And I'm not calling him crazy. People with mental illness are not crazy. They just have certain behaviors that they can't control. So all I'm saying is that I just think for Kim to have gotten into the situation, then realize later that this person is actually like, sick and he needs help. And even her statement, guys, the statement that she issued, I'm blinking a lot because like, no, my nasal is just like, yeah. But guys, I just feel like even her statement that she issued was just like, it's difficult. And anyone who knows this kind of like situation understands and knows. Anyone who knows Kanye knows his heart and knows that some of the things that he says may not completely add up. But imagine like your husband coming out and saying things like he wanted to divorce you. Imagine your husband coming out and saying things like you wanted to abort your child. I think any woman sort of has, the choice or has thoughts. They may not follow through on everything that you think about. Even if you think about killing someone, if you don't think about following through with it, now imagine someone's putting it out there everywhere that you wanted to. Guys, I'm sorry, the rents are making a noise. But imagine someone putting all your laundry out there, and it's supposed to be someone that you trust, like your husband. And as much as he's come out and said, yeah, no, wife would put out a statement without their husband knowing, that's white supremacy. Bro, you got married to these people knowing. And that's just basically my whole chat overall, that you think you know who you're marrying when you marry them. And then like you realize that, okay, people switch up because that's life. People grow up, people go through things, people experience things. They switch up. They're not who you thought they were. But unfortunately, you can't just like disappear. You can't just decide that I'm not doing this anymore because like Kanye's changed. I'm not doing this anymore because Jada cheated. And I'm not saying that these things should be condoned and that people should stay in unhealthy marriages. I'm not saying that people should stay in unhealthy situations, especially if it's dangerous, guys. If someone is a danger to your life, he's abusive, etc., you should definitely leave. He or she is abusive, you definitely have the choice to leave. But I just want to take away from this whole thing where people are speaking about ubegezela and making it sound like it's a bad thing. I understand that our generation just feels a little bit more like we're not going to stand for nonsense. But also, here's the thing, anything worth having or going through in life comes with some kind of perseverance or ubegezela or hutiseta. Like, I don't even know like what the equivalent of hutiseta and ubegezela are in English, but I guess it's just like to persevere, to hold tight, to pull through, you know, even through your studies, guys. Like, it's lit, the studies are lit, but you pull through, you hold on, you hang in there, you fail, you go back, you fail, you go back, you keep trying, because you know what it would mean to you to have that qualification. And I just think that yes, we shouldn't stand for nonsense, right? But at the same time, we should know that marriage is not going to be an easy thing. There is some nonsense that you will have to stand for, and you've just, each to their own. Also, you've got to decide what you're willing to like stand for and what you're not. So if you're not willing to stand for someone coming late every day, if you're not willing to stand through being cheated on, it's not to say that if you leave the relationship and go to another relationship, you're not going to get cheated on. You know, I'm not saying stay, but I'm also saying understand and work through it, and know that a lot of things are going to happen. And I'm not trying to draw a picture that, like, you know, marriage is supposed to be perfect, or all men cheat, or whatever, or all women cheat. I'm not trying to draw that. I'm just saying that things happen, people have moments of weaknesses, things happen, and unfortunately in marriage you can't just leave. And if your marriage is in the public eye, it's even worse, guys. Imagine like the kind of pressure that Will and Jada had. Imagine, we were disappointed and we don't even know them. You know, we're stressed about Kim and Kanye, mental health, guys. We're stressed about decisions that they've had to make. But literally, marriage is tough. It's no child's play. Don't get into it if you're not like somewhat ready to deal with a lot of very disappointing things and issues. And you know, it's not to say even run away from it, because it's life. You just have to face these things. So yeah, guys, that's basically just what I've been learning through this whole like situation, everything that's been going on, that even those that you think like money doesn't make it better, having children doesn't make things better. It's just about you forgiving your partner, being honest with each other, understanding who this person is, understanding their mistakes, and truly deciding if you're gonna stay or not. But also, every relationship is gonna have its issues. So if you're gonna leave every time there's an issue in a relationship, that's also tricky. But at the same time, in the same breath, don't stay for anything unhealthy, sis. If that man is endangering your life, dup. Anyways, that's my little session of wisdom, session of just being real with you guys and what I think. If you guys like have opposing, you know, opposing opinions, put it down below. Let's have like a back and forth about this whole thing. Let me know what you think about Jada and Will. If you don't know anything about Jada and Will, I'm gonna put the Red Table Talk video down below. If you guys don't know anything about Kanye and Kim, I'm going to put like a video that explains everything down below. And also, this whole thing could have just been a publicity stunt, because Kanye released an album this morning, literally like at 12 o'clock when today started. He released he released an album, so the timing is a little bit sketchy. But hey, I don't even know. We don't know, truly. We only know our own business and no one else's. But I love you guys so much, Cupcakes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your Friday.